Hey, my name is Carla Rosas. I am a student here in Georgia and Augusta. But this is my story. So I don't know. So to start off, this week has been a really amazing week because of God, and I want to share this testimony so badly. So I'm really happy to share this. So at the beginning, we started up canvassing on Sunday. And it was really, really discouraging because I did not get as much books out as planned, only 4 books for the day. So I was really sad. I felt like I was letting my team down. But when Monday came around, it was like the best day ever because I reached like a lot of books and I got an extra donation from an owner, a $100 donation. And so I was really happy because I was feeling discouraged and everything like that. And then when that moment happened, I was so happy indeed. But when Tuesday came around, I had no idea what happened to me, but I woke up really discouraged, really nervous, and really scared. I felt like the devil had something for me. I don't know why, but I was just like feeling so stressed, so scared. I did not want to come out of the van. Like closer and closer we get to the destination on Tuesday, the more scared I was. And I was the last one to come out of the van. So I was like so nervous. My hands were like sweaty. I don't know. I just woke up to that. I had no idea why. And so I remember that when I got off for my first drop off, I was going to businesses. So I was like, okay, let's see if I could do this. So I was going to business. No one was interested. No one didn't want to buy the books, and I was like, oh no, like what's going on? Like I knew this was gonna happen. Like I felt like I knew this was gonna happen until I reached the last business of my first destination. So when I reached there, it was like a really nice flower shop, and I walked in and I realized it was Christian. So I was like, okay, like I could probably get some books out here today. And I walked up to the owner, and she was like interested in my books when I canvassed her. And I also shared like testimony of what we read that morning, which was in the book that we're canvassing, which is, they call him Jesus. And in that testimony, it like showed how Simon, who carried Jesus's cross, felt very blessed to serve that, to help serve Jesus carry that. And so I shared it with her when I was canvassing her. And so I shared the fact that like this kind of almost relates to me carrying my books, that this is a blessing that I feel like I'm doing for God. Even though I was nervous and scared at the time that morning, I felt like this is still a blessing, even though it's a lot of hard work to it. And the woman was very touched. And so when she was looking through all the books, I never had this happen, but she was able to get 4 books all at once. I know that it seems like to some people like, oh, this is like a little bit, but for me it meant a lot because I thought that morning I was so scared. I felt like I couldn't do the same as the next day, but I was very touched of how the fact that God literally had that woman to help me out, to know that God heard my prayers. Because throughout the morning I was praying and say, God, please, like give me confidence, like let me not get nervous, let me be able to do good today, like please help me. And so I almost started crying when she went to go and like put some get her check. So I was almost crying, and I was like, God, like you really answered my prayers, like oh my goodness, this is amazing. But that's not even the peak of it yet. So she was able to get 4 books. So the 4 books costed like $60. So that was amazing because it was 4 books right off the bat for my first drop off. It was really amazing. That's a good start, you know? And so I remember that when I told her about that, I was like, thank you so much. Like I felt very nervous and stuff like that. And so she gave me this bracelet that her son made. It's Joshua 1:9. And she said like, this will help you not to be discouraged. And I was like, oh, okay, like thank you so much. And so I remember that I left and I gave her the books, but I didn't read it until like I went into the van. And then that's when I started crying because I realized that I had a divine appointment with God, because this is what Joshua 1:9 said. It says, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. And so when I heard that, I started crying so much in the van. And my leader was like, she was like so happy that like to know that Satan didn't win. Satan did not win, but God did. God really showed, like, no, I will take care of you today. Like, do not be discouraged. And he showed me by this bracelet that he answered my prayers, and he told me, like, do not be discouraged. I'm right there. Like, just have more faith. And so this is what God taught me, to just have more faith in him and just be courageous whenever I go out each time he canvas. So that's why I was really happy to know that I had my first divine appointment with God. So, yeah.